Well, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, my little love bugs. It's Michelle the Oracle coming at you live again today. I am doing a forecast for the month of July 2019. We are rounding out the month of June and jumping right into July. Going through a really quick transformation. June zipped right by, so I'm not going to sit and focus on it. It went by fast for a reason. Some kind of band-aid maybe was pulled off for you. And July is going to be a really fun month, I feel already. I'm titling all this Love Yourself through July. And we're probably going to be calling my forecast that from now on. Love yourself through whatever month. Love yourself through the Wednesday. Love yourself through the full moon. Love yourself through the solar eclipse. Loving yourself through everything, because that's all that really matters, is how you care and love yourself. And a bunch of people have already turned off or rolled their eyes because love yourself, of course I love myself. Well, if you've been aware the past 12 years, you've been realizing maybe I don't really love myself, or you've been realizing I love myself so much, I'm ready to take care of this. I'm ready to heal that. I'm ready to admit this. I'm ready to let go of that. And it's kind of a continual lesson and growing, this experience here on this planet. And so the school that we're in right now, we're in a time frame called July. In a year we're calling 2019. July is a month of choices, heat, fun, depending on where you are on the planet. I'm in the United States of America, which right now is having a whole big meaning for me personally. I'm trying to figure out what is united. What are the states? What's the state of the states? What is the state of the humans that are in the United States of America? And then what does America mean? It's like that breaking down and that figuring out. That's kind of what we've all been through. And now that I kind of have a sense of what all that stuff is, now during this month of July, I kind of have that as information. I'm using it as my strengths. July is also the month of the sign of Cancer. I don't pick on Cancers. I always tell Cancers, you guys are just as powerful as I am as a Pisces. The only thing with Cancer is that's the real sensitive part of us. We all have Cancer in us, so I'm not pointing at the Cancers. They just kind of show us what's already in us. But the Cancer side of us is the touchy part, the personal part. If you look at a crab, they look all mean, like they've got armor, like you couldn't mess with them, right? But if you get a stick or something the right way inside one of their little joints, you can pop them and the crab will die or leak out. Crabs are really wonderful, but you have to cook them up first. You got to get them all riled up. Why is that? And they do. Cancers, they are triggers. They're wonderful triggers, though. I don't see it as a negative. The Cancer side of me, the touchy, over-personal, the over-emotional side, it's been those things that have taught me my greatest strengths, my greatest magic, my greatest power. And that's the beauty of Cancer. Yeah, we're overprotective. Yeah, we're highly sensitive. Yeah, you can tell a Cancer, I love you, and they play the most wicked game of telephone, so what they heard was, you're a loser. You don't deserve any kind of happiness. I don't know why I'm still here with you. Like, that's what they hear. Some of them. Most of them. I'll let you guys know the human Michelle, the Oracle, was blessed with 2 Cancers. My oldest human spawn is a Cancer. My youngest human spawn is a Cancer. Isn't that wonderful? I have 5 human spawns, and the oldest is the Cancer, the youngest is the Cancer, and right in the middle, thank God, I have a lovely Buddha orange orid Virgo. But that's my teeter-totter. It's on my tattoo. I've got my 2 Cancers on the end. They're touchy, but they're powerful. They're emotional, but they can tap in. They go dark, but they can get light. Like I said, they're as powerful as I am. It's just they have to learn how to swim through, how to acquire those feelings as strengths, as opposed to their continual Achilles heel, their continual kerosene that lights a fire that cooks them. The thing that usually is their weakness, soft spot. We're all at a place in time where July is a 7, we can decide that we no longer want to be that victim. Yeah, we're over emotional like that, but we can turn that story, what I've learned about that sensitivity is, and then we fill in the blank. That's going to be like July. I like the shirt they picked out for me today, all these horizontal, lovely colors. And then I like that there's gray in between, because gray reminds us it's not just black or white. That's what the Virgo, my middle child, taught me and reminded me this morning. Everything is gray, Mom. You went black, it led to the white. You go white, it leads to the black. So everything was a blessing. Everything was a curse. It was all the same thing. And this reminds us of our intuition, following that solar plexus. That peach is reminding me of my grounding. The pink is reminding me that I have angels and spiritual support all around. That deep raspberry purple, have faith in the universe. Keep your crown open. And then I like the horizontal lines, because that's where we are. You just are in a continual, see, it's already gone. It's already over there. So always remember that through July, no matter what. And then my prayer beads. I don't pray specific, but I like these beads because they remind me, especially when I'm going through something emotional, I can lock in, ground myself to Mother Earth, tap into my soul, my sacral chakra, connect to the universe through my purple, remind myself, all that gray, there's no up or down, it's not right or wrong. And then I usually let my highest self tell me what I need to know at that moment. Usually it's thank you, because my human starts to worry. I'm a Pisces, and I am in a whole new dimension right now, and I'm trying to help create the scenario that I've been dreaming of my whole life. And so to get through that, wearing these help. And I'll just leave it up to my higher self. And like I said, it's usually thank you. So then I'll just grab these and I'll just chant to myself or out loud or whatever. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'll move all through my beads. It could be all kinds of stuff. I am safe. I'm protected. All is well. I am safe. I am protected. All is well. I use that for whatever it is my human needs to hear at the time. Specifically when I'm going through emotional changes, shifts, when I know my reality is about to match my desires, that the universe is about to open a gate and show me something, I get reminded, stay on this continuum. You're safe. You have a GPS. You have spirit protecting you, whatever that is for yourself. And then just trust yourself in your gut and keep on it until you get there. You're not going to get there. You're always halfway there. It's just going to be something else, something new. But getting into that is where our heart really wants to go. That's why July is such an important month for us to use these emotions as our strengths, as our superpowers, not as our weaknesses or Achilles' heels anymore. You're going to get triggered in Cancer. All these eclipses, I'm not going to go into that. If you guys want to know about that, go to other people that are talking about those. But I'm guided right now to help you guys love yourself. And I capitalize self because I'm talking about your authentic self, not the one that you play in front of everybody, the label, the title, the expectation, the routine. I'm talking about the real you, the self you were between ages 6 and 12 years old. I mean, that's when we were self. And we're going to be choosing things for that self the month of July. And anything else can go by the wayside. If you bring it into the fold, if you participate with it, it will continue to be a part of your movie. And the majority of us are in a space and time where we understand you don't want that anymore. You don't want to be over-triggered. You don't want to punch something just because you're angry. You want to take care of yourself and express healthfully and choose those things that are more positive and use that rage for something positive. Shift that anger, repression, rejection, whatever the emotion might be, and use that as your superpower. Cancer, we tend to find our victim side. I'm not picking on us. It's just Cancer. That is our soft side. It's always the woe is me, the Eeyore. There's nothing wrong with that. You can take that and turn it into a strength. Like I said, I'm going to do a forecast. We're going to pull some cards. The deck I'm using is from Sherry of the NFgC No Fucks Given Crew Tarot. Go look her up on YouTube. She deals with twin flame divine unions. I really like her because she helps you with your own journey. The most important divine union that you have is the one with you and your higher self, yourself. So these are the ultimate relationship cards for me, is her deck. So the most important relationship that you got is you. I love that this just happens to be the Temperance card. Temperance is all about bringing our human self in connection to our highest self. Bringing two humans together in union as far as partnerships, relationships, bringing a yin and a yang together where there's no black or white but a gray, bringing a left side to a right side and saying, okay people, it doesn't really matter, we're meeting up at the same place, so let's do something better. But Sherry calls this patience. Temperance is patience. It takes time. Humans are always in such a hurry. If you're in a hurry, go back home. We get things done really quick at home, but if you're here at Earth School, calm down. Actually relish the moments that we have here. Every moment there is, whether we have 5 seconds left or 5 millennia left. It really doesn't matter. What we really need is to understand that this is constantly a divine union between you and yourself, and whatever that means to you. I can't tell you what it is. I know what it is for me. You have to find it for yourself. And you're going to have to really take this for July. Make your decisions with that awareness, with that knowledge. We're not going to be tested. This is no test. This is it. This is the ride. July is about choosing the rides that we've all set up to get out of wherever we were, stuck, imprisoned, trapped by a devil of our own making, trapped by fear. So much stuff, and July is like freedom. They're letting us out of a cage, and now they're like, choose with your heart. Do you want it? And I know we all want it. Cancers want it. And why they're so powerful is because when they want it, their emotions vibration is so strong that the universe has to answer. Unfortunately, the Cancer side of us plays that wicked game of telephone, turns a positive statement into something negative, and victimhood, martyrhood, and the humans have had a whole bunch of that. But now we can take that and use it as a strength. Use it as a force that's for your best good and for my best good. It's what I believe the Cancers can do, is to really heal something because they feel it so much and they emit it so much. Like I said, we're going to pull some cards. This deck has been shuffled up. I've been shuffling when I talk to you. I shuffled up before I came on camera. I'm also going to be pulling a card from the Whispers of Lord Ganesha. It's an oracle deck. We'll pull one final card from that, or if I get called to do that while I'm doing this forecast. Again, welcome everybody. Please get comfortable, relax. Tell your thoughts that, we hear you. Breathe them in, breathe them out, and just say now it's time for mom and dad to sit down and kind of find themselves for this next month. It's not to prepare. You guys already have what you need. Your bag is already packed. It's just a matter of remembering to follow this, the heart, and whatever your human needs to do to get out of its mental trap, to get out of that old prison. My human allows its highest self to tell it, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, until the human, I'm loved, all is well. See, I didn't deny anything. I didn't turn anything off. I didn't use it as a victimhood. I turned that into all right, calm down. It's going to be okay. Let that moment go. It's going to free flow. Look, it's already gone. I'm right here. Okay? And remember, this whole message is about loving yourself through this month of July. And what's a month? What's a month? It's a blink. It's a moment. It's a chapter. It's just another wave. It's just another vibration. Calm down. Release yourself to it. I really like all these messages so far. This deck is ready. It stopped right there, so I'm going to leave it right there. The first card I pull, the energy as we move into July. No joke. No joke. Did you guys see how that stopped? And I just put that down right here, just like this. Did you guys see? Rewind the tape. It stopped, and I put it right on top. So this is the energy coming into July. Okay. Next card is what we're going to be facing. Karmic Justice. That's the 11, the Justice card, another major arcana. The opportunities that are going to be coming in. Man, another major arcana. That's the Hermit card. So far we have present energies going into July, a major arcana, Temperance. What we're going to be challenged with or facing, what is going to be in front of us. The Justice card. Look it's gray. It's got multiple colors, but it's mostly gray. It's got black and white, but gray. That's what we're facing, the incoming opportunity for the month of July. The Philosopher, this is her Hermit card, the number 9. The Philosopher's an energy of this journey. It's what the Christ knew. I am the way and the thing and the way I get there. And so are you. And stop asking the outside world to tell you who you are, to show you your pathway. All you have to do is quiet in and tap into these higher vibrations and let your human ascend to that. Don't hold on to what they're trying to force you to stay in here. And the Hermit knows that. So that's the opportunity. Next card is what Spirit wants for us for this month. Interesting. Another major arcana. That's the Tower. Right? That's the Tower. I shuffled these up and shuffled. Sherry, you know how that happens. Just weird stuff. Another major arcana. So this is the 4th. A bunch of major arcanas for July. I told you it's not a test. It's just it just is the thing. You're in it. This isn't being tested to go into a test. You're in it. These are all major arcanas. The lessons have been learned. Now what are you going to do with it? How are you going to ride this out? So this is what the universe wants for us, what Spirit wants for you for the month of July. The Tower card. I'll get into that in just a minute because we're going to have to build off of this energy. Everything moves in energy. That's another reason why I love Sherry and her deck. It deals with the energy and how energy moves because that's how planet Earth manifests. Bop, bop, bop. What it is you're desiring, what your heart is leading you to create. Very nice. Very nice. I hope this is resonating with every single one of you that was led to watch this forecast. Because this is some up there type of energy and you guys have been asking for it. You've been wanting it and now Spirit's going, you guys have the books. One last outgoing message, another major arcana. I'm really not going to be scared or anything, but that's really awesome that all that shuffling before camera and while I'm on camera, that these are all majors. Here's our outgoing message. Another major arcana, she calls it the Alchemist. Don't you guys love that term, the alchemist? Abracadabra indeed. The alchemist understands something like the magician understands, but the alchemist uses energy. Like I said, that's why I love Sherry. She knows the force. She knows there's a black, there's a white, there's a gray. Abracadabra. And now we're really starting to learn how to use this properly, not for greed, not for oppression, not for anger, not for power abuse. That's the ride we're getting off of, but to create the heaven on earth that you all are here to alchemize for yourself and then for the rest of us together. I love that bliss card up there. I've got the 10 of Cups from the 8 Coins Tattoo Tarot riding up above my head up there. That's my bliss card. That's just heading towards heaven on earth. And heaven, for me, and what I have found in my hermit journey, heaven is everything that I feel in here when I close my eyes and I connect to myself. Ooh, that's heaven. And then when my human opens its eyes, that's on earth, as it is in heaven, on earth. And that's what all this alchemist knows. If I bring it in here, I mix it in here, release it to that, and just kind of sit back and see what happens, boom, there it is. I always look at the bottom of the deck because what's on the bottom is what's kind of fueling everything. I have to see the next card to see if it's another major arcana. It is the Strength card. Okay, so now we're getting to the Knight of Swords. I just want to check all this because I shuffled everything and all these majors. What's underneath the entire month of July, the undercurrent, and I like how I showed y'all in my shirt. It's the third eye chakra. Third eye chakra is literally a dimension that's right here. For me, it's like my pith helmet. It's like my light. Mine is always opened up. I'm Pisces. I'm a March 12th Pisces, so my kind of third eye has been like this since the day I got here. It was having to learn how to do this earthly thing. I got this down right away. It was just doing this, and now we're connecting all of this. And that's what's underneath July. That awareness, your third eye, that thing that I know all humans come in opened up. None of us come in as coconuts. It's what our environment does. We come in as self-aware. And then the outside world has its game with us. After about age 12, they start messing, I almost cursed, messing with our head and turning us into a little monster. Whatever that is for you. And it's through seeing that monster that then you remember, oh, this is what myself really is. This is how myself wakes up, how myself talks, what myself feels. And that's what the third eye does. And it's purple. That's my color. Those of you that can see auras, my aura is pretty purple. I know it's kind of goldish right now too, but that's just the disciple type of phase that I'm in right now. But I'm usually purple. It's just to let you guys know I'm connected to the force. I'm pulling it through every moment, all the time. I trust the universe. Not that that was easy. You have to learn how to do that. And now we're working into July. Opening this third eye. Trusting the universe, trusting yourself, everything you've lost, everything you're rebuilding, trusting your inside gut that you know, like you know, like you know, that this is your divine union, you and this, and that after that, you will use your energy, use the force, however you see fit for your creation, for what you're alchemizing as the creator of your heaven on earth. Now, the greatest thing about awakening is that we all hopefully realize that I'm not in charge of your movie. You're not in charge of my movie. Sometimes we don't even see each other's movie. We're just projecting the one for ourselves. So we can get out of each other's movie. You can get out of each other's lane. You can stop worrying about the other because all these major arcanas are generally looking straight at you. I don't care what your beloved's doing. I don't care what your community's doing. I don't care what you think you're going to do as a superstar is doing. I care about your highest self and this journey. So that's kind of the energy of July. Going in, we already covered this, the Temperance card. The most important divine union is the one between you and your highest self, and that is whatever you feel connected to. We all know before age 6 what we're connected to. We see it as different things, we call it different names, but then the human adult, our parents, the community, preachers, other people tell us what that thing is, and all of a sudden we lose that relationship. This is coming back right now. We have all gone through some kind of rebirth. We've all been put through a baptism, and now we're back to this authentic self. And so Spirit's kind of asking you right now, do you want to reconnect like you did back then? You want to come back and talk to me? And a bunch of you are going to have to work through those inner things that you learned about religion, spirituality, whatever that stuff is. And it's going to be different for all of you. But it's going to feel the same of what a lot of us have already gone through. But I'm not going to judge you. Ride through this. Going into July, you're having to realize that this is a work of art. Stop asking me for the evidence and results right now. There is no finish line. Calm down. You're going to constantly be in this state of mixing and mixing and mixing. The universe will tap you on the shoulder when it's ready, but then you'll be into something else. So stop getting stuck on the final outcome. Stop getting stuck on the final story. There is no final. If you're in a final, you're still in a, I don't even like calling it a 3D. You're in another wavelength. You're somewhere else. This one is more connected to spirit. It's high itself. The angelic realm, it knows that there's other forces and energies out there that's holding on to it with love, especially in moments of transformation. This comes after the death card. The death card, the doom and gloom, this is right after that. So there's nothing doom and gloomy about what's about to happen. June was a little gloomy, yeah? So we're coming into this. The challenge. The challenge. Karmic justice. So the 11 is the justice card. For me, this is Sylvester Stallone. I am the law. And for a human to admit that to themselves out loud, well, then there's a bunch of other people who hear me who say, I am the law. And they're like, oh yeah, what about the government? Oh yeah, what about God? And I still have to hold this faith because these are all major arcanas. And I assert this because this is the alchemist. The alchemist doesn't pussy around and go, I think I know. I am the law. I am that scale. I am the law of attraction. I am that vibration. I am connected to the thing that does all that. It does channel through me. He knew what he was talking about. So did she. And now I know. And so you're being challenged in every moment to be the law, to stay true to your own heart. I love how this thing is holding its heart space. The chariot, the 7, in every moment for July. Get a hold of yourself. No matter what emotional story is going on for you or the circus people around you, stay right here. I am the law. I am the scale. Does this feel right? It doesn't. Okay, highest self. Give me some, keep Michelle safe. Okay, we're going to go with that. Keep Michelle safe. Keep Michelle safe. Keep Michelle safe. Because I'm the law. If I get all involved and go, yeah, this is terrible, horrible, oh my God, what am I going to do about something I can't even control? Well, then I just told the universe, what I say is chaos. What I say is cuckoo. Let's go back to that way. I don't want a divine union with myself. But in every moment, be this. You are the law. Don't be so harsh on yourself. You've been through the dark. You've been through the light. You realize they both led to the same beautiful space and time. So be this. Be your own cop. Be your own protector and guide. I don't want to talk about those other people that we think are oppressing us right now, because they're going to have to face their own inner judgment. They're not going to be able to come after people and do these wicked things that the oppressors are trying to get them to do, because everyone is having to answer to themselves right now. So understand, cops, lawmakers, government, all those higher ups, they're having to deal with this right now in themselves. Sitting on the toilet, being in the shower, being alone, they're having to hear this stuff, and they're going to face their own karma. So guess what? That's not our deal. Unless you're involved in that, then I'm going to sit here and I'll support you. But this is where it's at. We're all going to be challenged with making decisions with our heart. What doesn't work for us, off the platter. What happens around us, is that my tower? No, chill out then. Do I need to get involved? No, I'm over here building my own earth on, heaven on earth. There's nothing wrong with asserting this power. We were given this. It was a gift. You have this. Go find that. We learn how to manipulate it as we get older. And we start making judgments based on what other people taught us. But remember, this is about our self, our real self, not the program self. Because the opportunity that's coming in is literally to check out your own computer. Get into your own philosopher. The hermit literally this is Google. That's Alexa. This thing doesn't have to look outside of itself for, where did I come from? What should I talk to? Why am I here? What's my mission? This thing asks itself. It quiets down. That's why you can't see it. It gets all quiet and goes, what am I? Oh my God, I'm an amazing vessel that has all these energies. Wow, how do I get to that? And it's all right here. Now there's people on the outside here. There's astrologers, there's tarot people, there's oracles. There's so many humans on this planet to help you with this. But I have to tell you, boys and girls, you're all responsible for this yourselves. We're here as guides. We're here as signposts. Nothing special. It's just some of us were tapped to help the rest of you because we love you all so much that we want you to go on this journey for yourself. I don't want you to do the ride that I just did. I want you to do your ride to your fullest potential. Whether you're barfing on that ride, whether you fell out when it went upside down, or whether your hands are straight up in surrender screaming in bliss and you're peeing your pants. Like, that's the opportunity that's coming in, is to find how incredibly blessed and lucky you are to even be here right now on this planet with a meat suit. Stop taking your life and this opportunity for granted. These are major arcanas for July. I don't want to tell you not to fuck this up, but don't let somebody else do your ride. Please. Your allegiance, wow, is to yourself. Who is that? What is that? Where is that? Here's the answer right here. It's already inside you. You already have the shoes on, Dorothy. You did create Oz. That's you. This is your dream. Whatever resonates for you. That's your opportunity, is to find your soul, to find yourself, to find your testimony, to find your truth. And it's going to be ugly and pretty and great and yucky and evil and godly, and you find out they're all the same things. Isn't that beautiful? Here's what the universe wants us to know about the Tower card. You know, anything that's built kind of floppy, but the thing is, these could have been sprayed and glue and like be really sturdy. I don't know what's holding this up. Unless this is mine, I really don't have a judgment on this. Again, stay in your lane, run your own race, do your own marathon. Other people's house of cards might be coming down. Everyone might be in a state of rebuild. I believe that the people that roll with me, you guys are all in a rebuild. And all I can tell you is I don't put stuff in my tower that doesn't belong there anymore. When a thought comes in, I'm like, and I don't overanalyze. I don't do that, but I definitely watch the thing come through and I'm like, oh yeah, that's from there. Oh yeah, okay, I got that. Is that important? No. Do I want that? Yes. You know, whichever. And I make that decision because I'm rebuilding this tower. That past 12-year cycle took out a whole bunch of stuff out of my root system, out of my tree that I didn't need to use anymore. It was holding me up. And so the universe, to teach me a lesson, put me on this pathway. And so now what they really want you to know is you're either in a state of rebuild or the people around you are in a state of falling, collapsing. Well, then you are the law. Does that thought not belong in your new tower? Well, then ask yourself, is that me or is that my parents? Is that me or is that my community? Is that me or is that still my inner child telling the same story and not letting something go away? Am I still using a weakness, my Achilles heel? Am I still using that? Am I still allowing that to pummel me? Am I ready to love myself enough to maybe hear that, but put it in my new tower as a strength, as a commodity, as a superpower, as something that you guys thought was going to scare me, but actually made me stronger? That's the truth. So that's what we want you aware of. Towers come down, towers go back up. You're responsible for both. If it's wibble wobble, you put a lie in this tower, especially for July, you make an exception, you settle for something. If you allow your over-emotional self to tell you victim, 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 all I can tell you is this comes down. Not because the universe hates you. It loves you so much. If you knew how much Spirit loved you right now, we'd probably all pass out for about a long time. I don't know if we could take it. And the universe wants you to know if it doesn't belong in here, I'm going to take it out. I'm going to make everything fall away. But the thing is, it's actually you, because you know what's best for you. You're in charge of all that. Don't allow anything to get back in here that's going to be a weakness or your Achilles heel. Don't let this be your soft spot, crab, that's going to make you fall apart and just die. Don't cave into that. That's what they want. It keeps you repressed. It keeps you controlled. It keeps you under someone's thumb, and we're not there anymore. I am the law. I know now. You're not going to stop me, so I'm not worried. Our outgoing message, the alchemist, like I said, this is her magician card, and she calls this the alchemist. We are all earth, air, fire, and water. We're all divine. We're yin, we're yang, we're up, we're down, we're a headache, we're a blissful moment. We're stress, we're love, we're chaos and pandemonium, but love and giving and generosity, we are everything, we're all of that. And now that you know that, and now that you've seen every ingredient, the yucky ingredient, the good ingredient, it's all the same thing. Use them in your kitchen. Know that they're being offered to you in every moment to either grab a hold of and put into your trick, your pathway, your creation. So there's nothing to fear. Wherever you go heavy, it's going to come up that way. Whatever you deem your boom, we're going to make that happen. That's why it's so responsible. With great power comes great responsibility. It's so true. We are all so responsible for this power that we hold. Don't let those other people that have misused it or oppressed us with it or scared us about it, they signed up to do that stuff so that we can be at this moment to invoke it for ourselves. So let's give them thanks for using whatever they had to use to wake the rest of us up. This is so universal and it's so collective. And this is all major arcanas. I just have to remind you guys, you're playing higher this month. Do you want to ascend or not? Do you like staying in that soap opera, or would you like to come up here into the balcony and really see where the puppet masters are? Would you really want to invoke alchemy? Do you really want to see a particle mix with another particle and then marry each other and then with divine timing actually see it manifest? Whether it took seconds, hours, or days. That's July, beloveds. Abracadabra. We might even need to level up that word. That's a magician word. We're alchemists. We're masters of the universe. Those titans that hold energy that you all like to watch in a movie and project onto somebody else, that same superpower is already in you. Don't let your soft spots, your weaknesses, your failures to get to that knowledge keep you stuck there at that level. Head on up for July. Choose with your heart. Watch what your head says. When my head starts to regress, my head knows now. Keep Michelle safe. So my head taps into my highest self and says, okay, highest self, what does Michelle need to know right now? Well, Michelle needs to know that she's loved. Okay, because this is what it's all about. Okay, so then I can get my prayer beads, or I can just stop for a moment and breathe in. I am loved. I am loved. All is well. Don't let that thing get into my tower. Keep that out. It wrecked things last time, and I will not let that happen this time. Have faith in the universe. They've got you. Who are they? Well, you're going to have to go back and ask yourself, who are they? You knew before you were 6. We know from 0 to 6 what we're connected to. We each call it different names. We each see it in different visions. We each feel it in different areas of our human body. And that's why it's so beautiful. It doesn't have the same name. It's not a one-size-fits-all. It's not a noun. It just is what it is. And so that's what's underneath July. Get to those deep questions. Who gives a shit what so-and-so is doing? Who cares if they're getting married again? They're just trying to distract you with this and that and their stupid emotional drama. Stop that. Watch your stuff. Choose your lane. Pick the things that are inside of you. Trust me, because August is an 8. Look at that. August is an 8. Woo! It's going to be gorgeous. It's going to be gray in the most delectable way ever. So allow July to be your heartfelt desires. Some of you might have to put blinders on because the people around you that distract you, the events around you that distract you, you're going to have to really choose yourself. You're going to have to choose yourself and actually hermit away. You might have to turn off the TV. You might have to stop checking that website. You might have to stop hanging out with those people. You might have to stop working that job. Whatever it is, it's huge. And it's your choice because you are the master of your domain. You are sovereign over your movie. You're the projector of this reality for yourself. I want you to see the best freaking movie you can. It's not going to be perfect and it's not going to be forever, but I want you to feel safe and free and happy and blissful and powerful and like a badass and like we're all here together. So lucky to be here. Oh my God, we're so lucky to be here during all this. One last card from the Whispers of Ganesh, and then we're going to be finished. I hope you guys enjoyed that message. I can't wait to go back and listen. Okay, so like this one's falling out. I'm going to pick this. Sustenance. Now, interesting. Look what card number it is. I know it's backwards, or I don't know if it's playing forwards, but this is the number 7, sustenance. The number 7, it's July. I told you, like the Chariot. Sustenance. So right away, this card is making me feel like I already have around me what I need. I have some sweet stuff. I have things I like. I have things that have expiration date, so I need to enjoy it now. This thing is wearing green. That's our heart chakra. That's staying open emotionally. This gold up on top of their head, their connection to themselves, not letting their mind tell them that they aren't as powerful, as loving, that they, like this thing would be telling you're totally worthy. Let that stress go. Gold is the release color. It's the divine reminding us, I'm right here. Give that to me. Ganesha says the same thing. I'm right here. Give me those 18 bags of groceries. You carry in those 2. I got you. Sustenance is just those things that keep us full. Now, no one else can provide this for you. You're blessed with it by the universe, but on earth as it is in heaven. So you're responsible for putting out there the vibration and then allowing the reception and invocation of anything to keep you going through anything emotional, through anything trying that might hold you down or make you panic or let go. Sustenance is reminding you that you're in charge of this. You choose to fill your cup up first before we fill up anybody else's cup. If I end up filling up someone else's cup, I'll be writing their story for August, and I don't want that. I want to ride mine. No offense, but I am the law, and this is my gig anyway, so I'm going to be the caller of these. I like how this is looking out of a window. It feels very open and imaginative. Lotuses always bring in magic. It's the alchemy. Things growing out of darkness. Beautiful creations coming out of chaos. So let each moment just go by. Know that it's all gray. It's going to be fine. You're going to be taken care of. You're going to be fine. There will be another sweet moment. Take everything as it comes and release everything that no longer serves. Ride that wave through your month. So that's July, my beloveds. I hope this message really resonated for you. Like I said, I feel like those of you that are guided to me, you know, it had to have resonated. We're all on wavelengths, so we put out these doot, and you follow the one back to is here to guide you. Like I said, I'm not here to tell you what it's called, how to get there. I'm just going to love you all the way through it and remind you that there is so much more out there. Try not to get stuck. I understand when we get on an obstacle, but I'm going to be sitting there loving you and holding your hand through it so that we can move on to the next grade, the next chapter, the next dimension, whatever it is you resonate with. That's your July. I'll see you guys again soon. If you have any questions, you can email me at michelletheoracle@gmail.com. I'm going to put Sherry's link into NFgC. If you're in a twin flame union or any kind of relationship-y type questioning, she's an awesome guide. She's all about that energy of using the force to really bring about what's best for you. And through that, our relationships. So I'm going to put that in my link as well. Find me on Facebook, Michelle the Oracle. Follow me on Instagram, Michelle the Oracle. And of course here on YouTube, like and subscribe for me, please, and share this with anybody that you know is on this same journey. The more we help each other, again, we're not going to do it like that. We're just going to be like, come on, go look into your own self. I'm all for that. Let's share, let's collaborate, and guide each other to our highest selves. I love you guys so much. I hope you have a great July. You need anything, you know where to find me. Bye.